What's up guys, my name is Elden and today I'm going to be doing another art video. This video is sadly not going to be the third installment of my parents' Christmas gifts. Due to family circumstances, I could not get it done on time. I could possibly do it for their anniversary or maybe next year for Christmas. So the video will eventually get done, just not now. But today's video is going to be on character creation. I'm going to create a character from scratch and see how it turns out. Hopefully it turns out well. Let's see.
So to start this off, I started with the coin flip to decide what gender I wanted to make the character. Sorry for the shine in the light. I tried fixing it later and decide to, after moving it around a bit, just to do heavier lines so you guys could see it. I didn't have any position in mind. I just started drawing and then the pose came to me. As I was drawing this, I was like, I guess I have to start adding into some quote-unquote feminine features. As you see now, I'm doing heavier lines and I'm starting to do the clothing work. I didn't know what to do for like the clothing, so I just started drawing, and then I remembered earlier this week that I had seen a piece where this lady or YouTuber created her own sweatshirt and it had a very loose style neck, so I was like, oh, I could do that for this. And with that loose style neck, I did the bottom pattern and the sleeves the same kind of pattern to have some continuity. After I finished doing the shirt, I started working on the pants. The pants, I decided to do skinny jeans because skinny jeans are pretty easy to draw. You just have to do a lot of creases and folds, which once you get the hang of it, it's not that hard. I also decided that this style, or this female that I'm drawing, will be a tomboyish nature. So hence like the baggy pants and like the really long shirts, but I know a bunch of girls that like pretty long shirts, but the baggy pants and then the chains hanging off the side, giving her a tomboy punkish kind of look. And I did a little bit of areas where I did the ripped jeans look because I just like how that looks. Aesthetics, man, what can I say? You just see me editing a few things to make it look a little bit more crisp, so when I go back and over with pen, it's more eligible or easy to see, to be able to ink it and know the correct spots. I usually don't do this. I'm doing the head last. I usually do the face and the head first, just to get that out the way and then proportion everything off from that. But instead I did all the clothes first, so it kind of put me in a weird area that I'm not used to. So the eyes may look a little bit weird due to me trying to just fit it instead of like fitting the piece to the head after I drew the head. So you should usually start with the head, but I obviously didn't. See, I keep on erasing the eyes and then repositioning, and I'll do the same for the mouth later on in the video, or in a few seconds. You'll just see me like keep on editing the mouth until I finally get to the point where I'm just like, I'll just put bubble gum in her mouth and make her blow a bubble. I didn't touch up on this, but for the hair, I decided to do like the little messy look because I prefer that instead of just the flat, nice, clean look. And because I'm going for the tomboyish look, I wanted to make her look a little bit more rugged than most girls that are feminine, more feminine than such as this one. And as you see, I was too lazy to draw the hands, so I hid them. I didn't feel like doing too much detail on the hand. One on top of the head as they're scratching her head, and the other one in a pants pocket. Now I'm going back and inking, and just like my previous video, line weight means everything. So as I am going and inking, I'm making sure to make heavier areas where it's needed and heavier where the folds begin, so it gives it that more darkish look. I actually used almost only one pen for this entire picture. It was the Micron 05 pen, or 0.45 millimeter pen. Like, the tools don't really matter that much of what you use, it's just how you use the tools, in my opinion. And because I have a kind of lightish touch when I do use the microns, that I'm able to just pull away and make like really light lines if I want to, and then just to make it heavier, I'll just go over it multiple times to make a line thicker than what it usually is. So it turns out pretty well. But the other pen I did use, which you'll see me swap for later, is the Micron 01 pen, or the 0.75 millimeter pen. I use this for the hair and the eyes because the hair and the eyes don't need to be as thick as the outlining of the clothing, and it gives it a more nice feel to the face. Now you see me working up the piece, which I'll later go back down into the shoes, but now you see me working up the piece, just doing a little bit more details and line work, adding in the heavier lines in the work to make it more pop. Right here you see me working on the bracelets in the arm, and then for the arm I actually decided to do my signature as like a tattoo that she has on her arm, so I thought it was pretty nifty. Yeah, this is the point where I switched to the 01 micron pen, because I just wanted to have that little bit lighter touch to the hair. I didn't want it to be as heavy as the clothes. So when inking the hair, I decided to do at the ends to make it a little bit more twisty-ish kind of thing. So it just would loop around. It just looks nicer and looks unkept, and that's the look I was going for. More unkept, kind of boyish look. And I say boyish in quotes. You now see me erasing all the pencil markings so I can prepare to start coloring. And discretion, again, I am not the best at coloring, and I decided to actually just color on this piece without doing a copy like I usually do, so I can actually practice using the markers better. So this is a practice and learning kind of segment for me and whoever decides to watch this. For the skin, I decided to do a base tone of E00 Cotton Pearl, and then after I did 2 coats or 3 coats, I don't remember how many I did of that base tone, I went over with blush. It actually made it use blush for the darker areas, and then after I went over with blush a couple times, I went back over with Cotton Pearl to give it that more flushed out binding look, so it looks like it can fade into the skin. And for the bubblegum, I believe I used Chalk Pink. It just is a nice pink color. As you see here, I'm doing 1 layer of blue for the shirt. For the shirt, I actually go over like 3 or 4 times just to give it that flat look, and then different like strokes. So different ways I stroke the paper. to make it so I get that nice flat area. I then go in with another color. Actually, I didn't even say the first color. The first color was process blue, and then the darker color I'm using for shade is the Ultrarium. So with the process blue, I went over 3 or 4 times, then I went over with the Ultrarium to create that shade, and then I went back over with the process blue to give it that blending kind of look. I also used the process blue for the little frills or whatever, the little scrunchy areas of the shirts, to have it more darker and more nice, I guess. It just looks good. For the hair, I was actually deciding just to leave it white or not, but I was like, I like redheads, so I'm gonna make her a redhead. I didn't do anything really special with the hair, I just left it flat. I'll practice hair later because I know you could get really good with hair and make it more shiny and pop. At the bottom, I am doing the shoes to match the shirt, so to give it more of a nice feel. And I actually was on the fence of coloring the pants red or not, and I decided to leave it white after I scanned it and then seen what it would look like when it was red. But I will now throw up a little b-roll of what the final piece looks like, and then the final picture at the end. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and comment on the video if you want to see more of my works. Each week I will be posting on I'll try posting a video each week on a Friday. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.